Hi everyone, we are back with a new video, and as you know that 31st March is the due date for filing of the ITR for the financial 1920 with the late fees. After that you will not be able to file your ITR even with the late fees as well. So department is sending one SMS to many of them who are liable to file the ITR or they have the financial transactions. So how department is deciding that you have the financial transactions that need to file your ITR? So first of all, if you receive this SMS, so you don't need to worry, you don't need to panic about anything. It is just a normal SMS or normal intimation that department is sending you so that if ITR is applicable on you, just file it. So what you have to do if you have received this SMS? First of all, I'll explain in detail that how to log in, how to respond on these things. But before that, let's understand with a simple example. So let's get back to our main example, our favorite example, and that is Mr. Anand, who came to me and asked me a query. So Neha, I got this SMS that is your PAN number has been flagged for non-filing of the ITR. So what I have to do? I don't have any data in this financial year, in the financial year 1920. I don't have any transaction. Why I am getting this kind of SMS? So my reply will be, Anand, chances are there that you will not have any transaction. But in your bank statement, if you have received anything that you are not aware, it may be happened. If you receive this SMS, first of all, if ITR is applicable on you, then you have to file your ITR. Second thing, if ITR is not applicable on you, then you have to reply on this SMS through the eCampaign portal. Whatever are the reasons that I'll explain in detail in this video. But before that, you have to reply on the eCampaign portal. Really, I'm getting one more query, that is how department is deciding that this ITR is applicable on you. First of all, they are judging you on the basis of statement of financial transactions, that is SFT. For example, if you are withdrawing anything in cash that is more than specified limit, if you're depositing anything in cash that is more than specified limit, if TDS is deducted but you are not aware about this thing. So these are the things the department deciding that ITR is applicable on you. But if it's as per your understanding or as per your consultant, if he's saying that ITR is not applicable on you, but still you have to reply on this SMS, that is mandatory as per me. Although it's not mentioned anywhere that we have to do response or not, but as per my understanding, you have to respond on these things, because like if you are leaving it in between these things, so later on chances are there the department will again ask that why you are not responding on these things. So better if you receive this SMS, just reply on that thing if ITR is not applicable. So let's get back to our screen and where we learn that how to reply on these SMS. So first of all, just open this Income Tax India e-filing. Here you have to log in. So I'm taking one example here. So you have to put user ID and then password that you have set at the time of creating. Then this captcha code and then login. After that you have to go this compliance portal, confirm. It will be redirected to another page, so you have to accept it. Okay, then you have to click on this eCampaign. Here you can see red mark is also there. So eCampaign, so there are three types of eCampaign. Earlier we have discussed about the significant transaction in my last video. Link I'll share with you in the description. So significant transactions we have already discussed, that why we are getting this kind of SMS. Now we come to this non-filing of return. So here you can see that it's mentioned financial 1920 ITR is pending. So we'll click on it. Now you can see two tabs are there. One is eCampaign, response on filing of ITR. Second is eCampaign, that is information confirmation. So let's understand one by one. I'm clicking here on first tab. So here you have to provide a response. So two type of responses are there. First is ITR has been filed. Second, ITR has not been filed. It means when you get this SMS, after that have you filed your ITR? If not, then you have to select this tab, ITR has not been filed. So let's say we have filed the ITR, then ITR has been filed. Then we have to choose the mode, that is if it's e-file, paper file, then date, then acknowledgement number. And we have to mark our remarks as well if there is any, and then submit. Now let's take second case, ITR has not been filed. In that case, we have to give the reason that why we have not filed the ITR. So first reason is return under preparation. Second is not liable to file return of income. So it's good if it's written under preparation, so better you can wait and then reply after filing the ITR. It is my suggestion. And if you are not liable to file the ITR, then you have to select this tab. And after that you have to give your remarks that why you are not liable to file the ITR. For example, if you have an exempted income and that is not not liable to disclose. For example, if you have any income that is of less than 2 lakh rupees, 2,50,000 rupees, then it's not supposed to file your ITR. Then you can mark it here that you are not supposed to file your ITR because you have the income that is of less than basic exemption limit, and then submit. Now comes to our second option, that is e-campaign information confirmation. So here you can see this tab, that is e-campaign non-filing of return. This section is for submission of your response or non-filing of return. Submission response may require 10 minutes or more of your time depending on the nature of information. Second, information displayed may change in future subject to revision of details received by a department from the reporting entities. Fourth, you will have options to revise the response in future. So it means you can revise your response. Next, submission response by you will help us in validation of information available with the Income Tax Department. We deeply appreciate your kind cooperation in this matter. Okay. Now, so as you can see here in this particular case, we have three things, that is business transaction, cash deposit, cash withdrawal, and all of them are tracked by the department. So in this business transaction, you have to click here. So here, if you receive this much of business transaction from this person, then you can select information is correct. If it's wrong, then you have to select information is denied and then submit. So here you have to click in this tab. Now if you have received this much of amount from this party, then information is correct, then you can select this tab. If information is not fully correct, then you have to select this tab. If information related to other person or other year, then you have to select this tab. If information is duplicate included in other displayed information, then you have to select this tab. And if information is denied, that is completely wrong as per you, then you have to select this tab and then submit. Here you can see the submit response. Okay, now let's back to our next option, that is cash deposit. Again, here in the same thing, you have to write down your cash deposit response. So cash deposit response, first of all you have to tell you that this much cash you have deposit is there. If it's not, then again the same process, you have to click here and then information denied, information duplicate, information to other person here, information is not fully correct, or information is correct. You have to select your tab accordingly. Again, now here's the option, that is a bulk response. So bulk response is like if information is correct, then you can directly choose bulk response, that yes, information correct. If your information is denied, then you can select for everything that information is denied and then submit. So I'll suggest you better go one by one and track all the transactions with your bank statements, that if it's there, and then only submit a response, because this thing will give information about your financial transaction to the department, that you are assuring to your department that yes, this is your transactions and you are about to file your ITR or you had filed the ITR. There is one more thing the department is tracking, that from where your ITR is liable to file, that is the TDS, that is from Form 26AS. If in Form 26AS there is any transaction or any TDS has been deducted, so you have to file your ITR. Again, I always say that take your Form 26AS very seriously. In the Form 26AS, it's not just TDS deduction was there, it's advanced tax liability is there, self-assessment tax is there, your high value transactions are there, your capital share transfer from one company to other company is there. So everything is there in Form 26AS, and if something is there in Form 26AS, then you have to file your ITR, and by declaring these transactions, that if it's exempted, then you have to declare that yes, it's exempted. If it's liable to pay tax, then you have to pay tax on it, but it's better to file the ITR. Again, apart from these things, I always told you in my another videos that it's good to file your ITR, because in India it's very important to have your ITR for at least 3 years if you're going for any visa, any loan, any higher studies that is of outside India, because Form 16, it's not the total details on which you'll get all the benefit here in India. You need your ITR acknowledgement copy as well. So I'll suggest you, if you have the PAN number and you have at least a source of income, that is a minimum amount, it's good to file your ITR. If you. And apart from that, if you have any other query, then you can ask me in the question box. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and if possible, please share this video with everyone whom you know, like your colleagues, your friends, so that they can also aware about this kind of transaction that is there. And income tax department is searching these transactions, and also chances very high that your number is not registered with the department. So like sometimes your parents, your family members, or your professionals like chartered accountants number is registered and you're not getting this SMS. So it's good to check your portal on timely basis, like you're tracking everything in your life. For example, you're tracking your health, you're tracking your diets, you're tracking your doctors. So it's good to track your income tax portal as well. If anything is there, just consult your professionals, or you can ask me any query anytime. Thank you so much.